All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on cryptocurrency every day. My name's Austin, and today we have major news coming out of the Deutsche Bank, Basic Attention Token, Binance Exchange, some pretty incredible news involving Microsoft and Ernst Young, both involving Ethereum. We'll get to this in a second, but like always, hit that like button, and let's cover our top story, Notre Dame and crypto. As you know, a few days ago, Notre Dame had the infamous Cathedral fire of 2019. Well, France's Minister of State for the digital sector, Cédric O, has said that he is open to cooperating with cryptocurrency platforms to enable crypto donations for the reconstruction of Notre Dame Cathedral. The news was reported by Bloomberg on April 17th. But what Cédric O is essentially saying is that the French government is admitting that there's some store of value in Bitcoin and other cryptos. If there wasn't, he wouldn't be accepting it. And you know what? They've already got a ton of donations already. Within just 2 days, the donations for the monument's reconstruction are reportedly approaching 900 million euros, over $100 billion. And the government notes that when they launched their new website to accept donations for Notre Dame, that website was created extremely quickly and does not as of yet support contributions in cryptocurrency. And you know what? If it did, I would love to send that first Bitcoin donation. Obviously, I'd spend and replace, but this is Cédric O's Twitter. And look at, even 21 hours ago, he says, "My message today is to all crypto asset and blockchain actors that France is a very serious contender, and we have set up quickly, flexible, but comprehensive and credible conditions to help protect and grow and conquer in the European market." Very interesting. Next piece of news, this just came out yesterday. Big Four auditor Ernst Young unveils Nightfall, an ambitious bid to bring businesses to Ethereum. This is big for Ethereum. Big Four professional services firm Ernst Young is rolling out free software designed to help corporate clients use the Ethereum blockchain, and it's taken an unusual step to encourage adoption. Ernst Young, huge name brand, could have went with any of the top tier smart contract dApp platform cryptocurrencies, but they chose Ethereum, meaning that Ernst Young, at least for their needs, sees the most value in Ethereum. Ernst Young's protocol, internally codenamed Nightfall, has been developed over the last year by the consulting firm's team of over 200 blockchain developers and will be published this May. So the significance is developed over the last year. What are we going to find out 6 months from now? That's been in the works. But what is Nightfall exactly? The protocol was created for such use cases as supply chains, food tracing, transactions between branches of a company, and public finance. So really, it's all the same use cases that we know smart contracts and blockchain to be used for. And now Ernst Young is telling their clientele, is telling the world really, that they see value in the Ethereum protocol. And why does this article say Ernst Young has taken an unusual step to encourage adoption? Because the firm said it will not merely open source the code, that is, release it with a permissioned copyright license, but it will be public domain with no license at all. These guys are jumping into the deep end in terms of decentralization. And why are they making it part of the public domain with no license? We want to maximize adoption and community involvement. We want people to adopt it and adapt it and improve it. If we retain ownership, people may not invest much time and energy in something they might not control. This is why I say that I can't speak to what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years with cryptocurrency, but in the next 2 to 3 years, Ethereum's looking good. Let me know what you think down below in terms of this Ethereum adoption. But let's talk about cryptocurrency adoption. Microsoft Ethereum Group launched token building kit for enterprises. The Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, EEA, and Microsoft have corralled the major blockchain providers behind a new project to help businesses design and create the right sort of crypto tokens for their particular needs. So with this alliance, they are lowering the barriers to entry for enterprises and businesses to come on board into cryptocurrency. The EEA is an organization which is focused on creating standards and specifications for business users interacting with Ethereum technologies. And now Microsoft is on board. How is Microsoft and the EEA doing this? EEA Executive Director Ron Resnick explains that in essence, this is a composition framework which is open and accessible to technologists and non-technologists alike. It will comprise of workshops as well as GitHub repository where findings and test data can be linked to existing token implementations and various blockchain networks, said Resnick. What he is saying is that primarily this is going to be used for educational purposes and teach people how to get involved. We are doing this for the greater common good. Standardizing tokens across all networks could hold the key to one of the greatest economic opportunities in modern history. And if you think, hey, maybe this is just the EAA, Microsoft, probably a real soft partner, a non-significant partner in this, Marley Gray, principal architect at Microsoft, who came up with the idea, explains the inspiration for it arrived from two directions. Now, you can read it for yourself if you want to know the inspiration behind the idea. But in terms of implementation, it's all going to be helping business tokenize and import smart contracts onto their platforms, onto their enterprises. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Does this make altcoins that were invented to help lower the barriers to entry for businesses, such as Ontology, such as Stratus, does this make them a little more irrelevant? Or is competition good for business? Either way, big day for cryptocurrency. Awesome news for Ethereum. Next piece of news, before we get to basic attention token and huge corruption coming out of the Deutsche Bank. Before we get to that, if you've gotten any value thus far, feel free to like the video. It really does just help me grow as a channel. But info that is dropping today is that Binance Chain and the Binance DEX will officially launch. One of the first decentralized exchanges in the space, and let me rephrase, one of the most hyped and most popular, it's looking like, decentralized exchange in the space. It's being launched today. If we scroll down to the #1 comment under this post, the most upvoted was DEX, in quotes. Over 73 people are making fun of that, or just commenting that in this quote-unquote decentralized exchange, there are only about 11 nodes. So it is a heavily centralized, decentralized exchange. But either way, along with this decentralized exchange launch comes the Mainnet swap. We saw this when EOS went off of Ethereum, when Tron went off of Ethereum, and now Binance coming off of Ethereum, making their own chain. If you want to know the exact specifications, I'm going to leave this. This outlines everything. It's one page. It outlines everything you need to know if you hold Binance tokens. But just know the Mainnet swap, it's taking place on April 23rd. Next piece of news. Brave rewards, basic attention token rewards, they're now on Android. I have an Android, I got it directly, I got an update directly on my phone. I'm not sure if they're on iPhone yet, let me know in the comments. And users that wish to receive Brave rewards, get paid in basic attention token for watching ads, all you have to do is simply click the Brave rewards little logo up on your Android and fill out the information. Some more implementation from basic attention token. Last piece of news before we get to the Rhythm Trader and Pomp. Last piece of news, the Deutsche Bank faces action over 20 billion Russian money laundering scheme. Germany's troubled Deutsche Bank faces fines, legal action, and possible prosecution of senior management because of its role in a 20 billion Russian money laundering scheme. The story's in the headline. This just shows how corrupt traditional finance is. Deutsche Bank was caught. Wells Fargo was caught a few years ago. How many banks are doing this that haven't been caught? The Rhythm Trader commented, how do they get away with these crimes? Then he answered, controlling money gives you power and double standards. Take that power away, buy Bitcoin. Anthony Pompliano offered some great perspective on the Deutsche Bank incident. Reminder, the penalties that these banks face for breaking the rules is only a percentage of the revenue that they make from conducting the activities. Breaking the rules is literally profitable in this existing model. Alright team, let me know what you think of today's video. Let me know what headline stood out to you the most. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. We drop a video every single day. See you tomorrow.